Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Okay, I do the record version, of course. Video lecture for our topic today, topic 4. Topic 4 is about marketing, operation, management, and financial plan. So under this topic 4 is comprises of all your business plan that I have briefed last week for you all. To you have actually to start because currently we are in at week 10, so you have around 3 weeks more before the submission of entrepreneur's profile, which is the magazine report, and then you have to do entrepreneur's profile for the video, and also for this business plan is the report. Okay, so I hope that you are still in the progress right now to do your assignment. Okay, so without further ado, I will start with our topic for today. Okay, the topic objective in this topic, after studying this topic, the student should be able to, number one, define the market size, competitors, market share, and the sales forecast. And 4.2 is understand the preparing a marketing plan and managing the marketing strategies. And 4.3 is define the transformational process and capacity planning. And 4.4 is discuss the importance and the process of developing a financial plan. Alright, so in the marketing plan, we will go into more on discussion on what is a market size, competitors, market share, and sales forecast. And we will understand how to prepare the marketing plan and managing the marketing strategies. Okay, so in the module outline, we highlighted some parts in the introductions. Step in the preparing marketing plan for the small businesses, marketing objective, product or service, target market, market trend, market size, competitions, sales forecast, marketing strategy, marketing personnel, and also marketing budget. Okay, so basically, as the introduction, over prepared marketing plan helps entrepreneurs to, number one, evaluate the market acceptance, and number two, develop the strategies to market product or services of the business, and the third one, identify the required resources to execute the marketing strategy, and the fourth one, estimate the marketing financial requirement. So the first one, when we're talking about how does the marketing plan able to evaluate the market acceptance, because through the marketing plan we do some market research. So from the market research we do have know that how well that the consumer or the customer is accept our product. Okay, so the second one, we do also develop the strategies to market products or services of the business. Okay, so in here, we are talking about strategies. Okay, I mean like what is the strategies to market the product or service? Maybe we can relate some points on the 4 P's. Okay, that is in terms of the marketing mix. Okay, the plus product price, place, promotions, and also I just to add, instead of we have a traditional marketing mix, we do also have the modernized of the marketing mix, which is we have process, people, and also physical evidence, which is equivalent to not only just 4 P's, but right now we have 7 P's. And instead of that, we do also have the promotion mix. Okay, promotion mix is defined as it. Um, we also have promotion needs, which is uh, advertisement, okay, and for personal selling, sales promotion, and also public relations. So that is involving of promotion mix, and also identify the required resources to execute the marketing strategy. So, of course, in this marketing plan, we do allocate a certain of where is the suppliers that able to give us what we call like reasonable price, okay, to make sure that we can market our products and also estimate the marketing financial requirement in terms of the marketing budget. Okay, all right. So uh, the first one, okay, steps in preparing a marketing plan. So if we started here, the first one is setting the marketing objective, okay, and the second one, determining of the product or service, and the third one, identifying the target market, and the fourth, analyzing market trend and size, and the fifth one, assessing the competition, and the sixth is forecasting the sales, and the seventh step is developing the marketing strategy, eight, planning for marketing personnel, and the nine and the last one is defining marketing budget. So basically, student, when you follow these steps, you wouldn't have problem in order to prepare your business plan for specifically part of the marketing plan. Huh? Alright, so the first one, setting marketing objective. Okay, what is the goal for this marketing plan itself? Number one, for the new business, of course, we want to introduce the new products or services to the customer, prospect customer, and also the consumer. Okay, what's the difference between the customer and consumers? Okay, when we talking about introducing new products which is tangible, we refer to customers, okay, whereby for introducing the new services, okay, perkhidmatan, right, intangible, which is referring to consumer. So that is the difference between these two, okay. And of course, the second one is to estimate the market acceptance and sales. So we can actually predict, okay, how much that the customer will accept our products, okay, how much that the customer is willing to have our services, okay. And for the existing business, we do also have introduce the new products or services, okay. uh, okay, it maybe you maybe come across what's the difference between new business and existing business. Okay, new business means to say you are start from scratch, you are develop the business from zero to hero, okay. But existing business means to say the business is already developed by someone and you just continue it, huh? All right, and then for the second one, inform the market of the product improvement. Let's say you do some improvisation and development towards your products. You have to inform the market. So how the channel to inform the market by using this marketing strategy. Maybe I can touch a little bit on how you want to advertise it, how you want to do some sales promotion, how you want to use like mechanism like personal selling, or maybe you can use like public relations. So this is how the way or the channel on how we want to do the promotion strategy. And in terms of the entering new market, so when we're talking about new markets, meaning is you try to penetrate to the new area or maybe new countries, expanding your product to another country. So it's not easy task. By saying it, maybe it's easy, but to say it, better. Sorry, to implement it as what we will say is not easy. Okay, so that's why we need a very proper plan as a marketing plan to make sure that the plan is accordingly. Okay, so the plan can be used to bring us to the target goal, huh? And then increase the sales of the existing products, meaning to say how we want to make sure that the existing product can be increased, okay, increase in terms of the sales, because maybe previously when you introduce your products, the product is had only just a very common sales, or maybe it's just like as the introduction sales, right? Okay, but when you want to increase maybe from the previous terms to the new terms right now, so that's why you have to do excessive or expensive marketing plan, huh? And the next one, in terms of increase market share, how we want to make sure that we can actually increase in the market share, because you imagine market share is like one cake, one piece of cake, okay. one piece of cake is equivalent to 100% of market share. But if they say maybe before this cake is only have four portion, meaning like four companies. So equivalent of each of the companies will have 25% of the market share. But let's say you want to increase the market share, you have more people, more company, more potential prospect investors want to join the market share. So from 25%, it can be having lesser and lesser. Maybe when we have new one from 25% become 20. When they have more the other edition one, maybe from 20% will become 18. So there will be like decreasing. But in terms of the market share will be huge. Okay. And then for the market penetration, we are talking about how you want to penetrate the other markets. So in other way around, this is talking about how you want to make sure that the other market can accept well your product and services. But bear in mind, the first and the foremost thing before you go for market penetration is to do the thorough research. You have to do very meticulously, uh, proper plan, meticulously and proper marketing plan to make sure that the market is according to your plan. Because this is not about only just one ringgit, one rupiah. This is talking about the business that involving a huge capital cost. And then the last one, regain the market for the existing product, meaning to say you want to come back. Okay, so the new words for the new generation right now, right? How to come back? Okay, how you want to make sure that to regain the market for the existing product, because when we're talking about regain the market for existing product is the more easier compared to you want to enter a new market, because repeat market for the existing product meaning to say the product is already been known by the customer, but it's not been have extensive and excessive marketing strategy. So you want to actually uh, embark in a certain strategy to make sure that you can enhance in terms of the awareness of the customer about your product. So how you want to make sure to regain the market? That's why you have to do. I can say the word is extensive. Okay, you have to do extensive marketing strategy to make sure that everybody can recognize. You can have all up to the all. Okay, right now the most popular and the most prominent is about digital marketing, right? So you can try to have this extensive digital marketing to ensure that, because according to the research, every single of the users in online is picking up in 1 hour, in 1 second, okay, about like market website or the website, online website itself. It takes around 1 second for them to click every second. Okay, can you imagine if we don't have like website, okay, company website or online website, is something like lose to the company, especially online market, online business itself. So that's why on how you want to regain the market, well, make sure that number one, the awareness towards your product, they know what your product, then you can regain the market easier. Okay, so let's make a move to the second step by determining the product or service. So we do have two terms in here. We have needs and wants of the customer and the marketability of the product or service. So what is this? Okay, of course, when we're talking about determining the product or service, of course, why the reason people, marketers is doing the product is to ensure that they can fulfill the needs and want of the customer. And of course, the second strategy is to make sure that the product can be marketable. So what is the strategy? Okay, so the strategy can be done by ensuring that um, this product or service is go and roll out. So that's why what is the thing that we have to determine on the product or service. Okay, you can see from the text here, guide in describing the product or service, state clearly the value and the benefits of the product or service to customers. So you have to make sure that when you want to introduce the product, okay, you have to clear it to your customer the value and the benefits, because once the customer use your product, of course they want what is the value, what is the benefit that I get from using this product. Okay, what is the additional added value that I got when I using and use these services. So this is very important. This is like uh, formula. Okay, that means that you have to know why is the value and benefits for the product or services. And the second one, capitalize on the uniqueness of the strengths or the strength of the product or services, such as its formulation, ingredients used, in terms of the safety, ease of use, lifespan, flexibility, assortment, location, operation hours, personalization, extended warranty, and etc. So when we're talking about the uniqueness, okay, of course, when you're able to offer certain product or services in terms of their uniqueness, okay, so I believe that the customer will have something like a magic power, something like, wow, this product has the uniqueness, and maybe this product has some strength. After I consume this product, I become maybe more better, especially like pharmaceutical product like medication, or maybe like cosmetics product, or maybe like more on like medication products involving like medicine, for example, for high blood pressure or diabetic patient, or maybe like for heart disease patients. So when they consume the symptoms of this medication, they become better. Yeah, biiznillah, okay, with the God will, okay, dengan izin Allah. So this is what we call something like the strength, or maybe in terms of the formulation. If formulation, maybe we can go like cosmetic product, right? Cosmetics product, mostly which product can give like more whitening faster. Okay, but very fine. Sometimes we have to be careful on certain formulation. Maybe they contain certain like illegal ingredients that makes something like chemical that maybe destroy the customers, uh, or jeopardize the return of the customer bases. Okay, so that's why the ingredients to be have to be physically transparent to the customer, and how you use it. Okay, you have to follow of the formula and also steps. Okay, and also in terms of the safety, whether like medication product that have approval from like Malaysia, we have like KKM, Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, and maybe like in Indonesia they have their own like authority for the medication, right? Okay, and then ease of use, in terms of use, in terms of how we want to use the product. Okay, how well, how easy you use the product. Maybe they have the sequence of what we call manual, okay, to show you and guide you. Certain company like maybe like a printer, photocopy machine, they have certain manual like using CD. No more CD right now. They all are in the website. You just follow the procedure, right? And lifespan, in terms how long, okay, the certain product or services can actually offer you. Lifespan is depend how long the product is accessible by you, or the lifespan that in terms of you can benefit to you. Dia ada dua lah maksudnya, okay, kepanjangan produk tu yang boleh you dapatkan satu bila, or in terms of whether it suit to you for how long. Okay, and in terms of the flexibility, how flexible the product is. It is sometimes for certain product you only can use for one purpose only, one usage only. Satu kegunaan satu produk, and some products when you buy it you can have multi-purpose, okay, flexible, and assortment in terms of diversity, or maybe we can say differentiation. In other words, maybe you have many choice and options. Now, in terms of location, we're talking about how to make sure that the certain location, okay, uh, uh, easy, how to get, I mean like access and to achievable your product. Okay, sorry, they have technical problem just now. Okay, we're talking about location. Okay, we're not just talking about where you sell the product, because nowadays when we're talking about where selling the product, when you're talking about online, brick and click, not just brick and mortar. So brick and click is known to everyone, and you can easily access this product 24 hours. And for the operation hours, in terms of how long you can actually, if I'm not mistaken, due to COVID right now, it's up to 12 o'clock only. Okay, so to like a brick and mortar restaurants, okay, brick and mortar stores can operate. And in terms of personalization, some product they have a very preferable treatment whereby they go close up to the customer itself and personalize you and tell you mostly the product that have like high-end product. Okay, for example, like your maybe like luxury apartment, luxury shelter, luxury um, your house living, okay, and maybe your luxury car, okay, they will personalize you, okay, maybe like also maybe subscribe something like insurance, okay, or maybe certain like the most popular right now like water filter like Kobe and Kuku, right? So there is a personalization. They will brief you one by one and tell you what is the advantage, disadvantage, how the payment can be made, how you can install, where you can get the free installment, or services. So that is personalization. And in terms of the extended warranty, we are talking about in terms of how long, mostly extended warranty is related to the cost. The more costly the product, the highest the warranty being given. So it depends on who is the manufacturer and producer of the product. They can warranty and give it the extended warranty. And most probably the extended warranty have to be paid by the customer, even though they said it's including 5 years warranties, it's including 10 years warranties, but in other way around, you are purchasing for that extended warranty. Okay, they not tell you, but in other way around, it make it like it's FOC, free of charge, even though you do not know it's already included in the amount of the product or services that you consume. Okay, alright, and then we're moving to the next one. Okay, identifying the target market. Who is the consumer of the product or service? Of course, when we're talking about the target market, I always mention to my CB student class, IPD class, IB class. Okay, target market is referring to who is willingly or who is afford to pay your product. So, who is the consumer of the product or service? When you say who will buy your product, so what is their confidence or wants that would be satisfied by the product or services? So we used to have like what is the special needs, what is the common needs, meaning to say the similarity between the needs and wants with the customer of your product, and what is the common characteristic. So this is the thing that the marketers have to take it. So when you want to take it, you have to some like market survey, market research. You have to do some more on assignments on it. You have to find out. Okay, you like a spy, you like inspector to come up with what is what. I like to use the OW for what husband, what, when, who, and where, and the last one is how. Okay, ni how, ma, ya how. Okay, alright. So, target market alternative. Okay, so target market alternative. The first one we do have the segmented marketing. Okay, what is segmented marketing or segmentation? Okay, segmented marketing meaning you target several or a particular market segment. Okay, like me, I like to use you are segmented into a same of the preferences. You collectively and grouping those kinds of potential target market into one segment. Okay, so it means that here design separate offers for each segment. So we do have niche marketing targeting a large share or one or a few segments or niche. Okay, niche marketing meaning to say you do marketing for a very small and specific product or services which is maybe rare, being offered by the producer or marketers, other marketers. Or micro marketing, tailoring products to certain taste of the specific individuals and occasions. So we're talking about how you want to make sure that the certain taste and preference can be gauged, okay, by the settings of the individual. Example, I like to niche marketing. Maybe it's very rare to find out that people to have like customized shoes. So that is maybe I can go with the niche marketing like that to shoes. Okay, micro marketing. We also can like tailoring. Okay, for like example like tailor. So high cost of high end tailor. For example, they have this special boutique and preferences which is more VVIPs and celebrities which maybe get their services to do, and only they have a very limited location. So this is micro marketing. Okay, and for the mass marketing, ignoring the market segment differences, we need to say they are more standardized and they will go up the whole market with one offer. So basically, I like to relate mass marketing with like a handphone. Okay, the new phone, all that handphone services. Okay, that is into all the telco itself, telecommunication itself, industry, and also the handphone seller itself. So mostly they are mass. So they were ignoring the market segment because everybody will get the same, okay, brand, and how their features and function also will be same, unless you create your own phone. You want to have like your own what we call specific features, and they want different story. This one is goes to generally to all handphone seller. Okay, all right. So for the common basis for the segmentation, okay, what is the common base? Apakah persamaan yang sama selalu dalam segmentation? Okay, so the first one, we do have the demographic segmentation. Okay, so when we're talking about demographic segmentation, we are talking about age, gender. Okay, we're talking about income preferences. Okay, so not preferences, income, and then maybe we can talk about background of education. So that is demographic segmentation. Or for the psychographic segmentation is more on preferences. Okay, or maybe I can say like your hobby. Okay, let's say you are the one who are like to go hiking. Okay, so you are the one who will be willingly to buy like boots, okay, for hiking, jacket, bags. Okay, if you are maybe a big motorcycle rider, so you also will buy like what we call leather jacket. We buy the helmet. Okay, the big motorcycle. Again, I have interference just now. We do have some uh yeah, technical problem. Okay, maybe they use KTM, right, brand, or maybe they use like many more brand, right? Okay, I don't remember. Ducati, this kind of the big motorcycle generation nowadays use, right? Okay, and then for the behavioral segmentation, uh, focusing on occasion, event. Okay, let's say you want to attend certain like I'm so sorry, maybe like funeral. Okay, so of course we're not using like a very red color striking, green color striking. Of course we have to respect. Sometimes for Muslim they use white color and sometimes they use black. Okay, that is for attended the occasion. Maybe like special dinner, you use dress. Okay, and maybe you go to masjid, you solat. Okay, you use like baju Melayu, you use jubah. Okay, that is the proper according to the behavior, according to the occasion. Benefit sought, for example, for your purpose. Okay, like I give very simple example like women, every month we need that thing. So okay, because due to our period, okay, menstruation, yeah, period. So that's why we need some pad, even though like pampers, okay, used by the baby or elderly right now, so they use for the benefit sought on that and the particular products. And for the user status, I can also relate with the usage rate. Okay, the user status in here maybe I can relate in terms of if you are the loyal customer for certain telco. Okay, maybe you already get some rebate when you are buying the product. Okay, or maybe I can get like this. Okay, for those who airline passengers or loyal customer like business class passengers, of course your user status might be goes to the business class, so you will be accommodate with the facilities in the business class passengers compared to the economic class. So because business class is more expensive, so you will have that kind of rate. Okay, and then in terms of the usage rate, okay, relate again with the airline industry. Let's say we're talking about usage rate when the frequency you are using the services, for example like airline, right? Okay, so like the business class passengers mostly they do like for the business work. Okay, travel due to they have certain like important what we call appointment that mostly frequently, okay, frequently using a month, which is can say 30 days per month, also 30 days time, 30 days they will travel. So the usage rate is frequently, of course they will have like a special treatment privilege for those days. And if I'm not mistaken, in Asia they have something like fixed mile card, and even though like at MAS also they have something like card for this loyal customer who using their airlines. Okay, and then for the loyalty status, of course, not only just milestone card, right? It is so data is milestone card like that. So loyalty status is referring to like loyalty card. Okay, so when you are frequently buying the products, indirectly it encourages okay more of the customer to become more loyal. Maybe in other way around like retailers, they have the what we call members card, a member card sheet. Okay, so they encourage people to collect some merit points. So the point can be what we call redeemed with a special gift or maybe special treatment by the retailers and or the companies. Okay, so that is regards to all these things. Huh? Okay, and then we're moving to the next one. Okay, number four, analyzing the market trend and the market size. Okay, so what is the trend in the market right now? Okay, so maybe people some say online business. Yeah, nowadays according to some talk lah, and it's not research but some talk said they will say that it's still say in around 10 people nowadays after the post COVID. Double we say like 7 upon 10 people we talking about business. Okay, so the trending right now is whether you are doing face-to-face business, whether you use online business. People are thinking about doing business. Okay, I believe because 3 months during the COVID-19 during that MCO, right, is giving a big impact to everyone. For those maybe unfortunately they have losing their job, so this is the thing they have to come out with the alternative by to do the business. All right, entrepreneur. Okay, and then what is the market potential online business right now? Even the prospect according to the research by the job street and some other articles that I read, they're saying that the prospect for the job position right now is more on digital and IT prospect. It's like in the marketing parts, they are more on digital marketing job position. Okay, and of course like the IT because most probably I will share to you if I have ample time. Okay, they said in terms of income. Okay, many job will be lost. Okay, many job will lost meaning to say more on like data entry lah. Okay, they will lose their job. Okay, because everything will be replaced to the robotics. Now is the era on the AI, artificial intelligence. AI meaning they have some robotics replacing human being to do a part of your transaction. I give very simple example. You go to McDonald, right? Don't say to me you not even go to the McDonald, even though like McDonald is layang. So before this, we have the physically cashier person, people, human. that will serve us in front of the counter. But when the artificial intelligence is developed, okay, so nowadays there will be have a kiosk to entertain us. Even the kiosk can do everything. You just click it, you just choose it, what menu you want to buy, your drink and foods, and then you can have the transaction by pay using your cards there. And if you want to choose also to pay at the cashier, also fine. But in other way around, people nowadays more educated, so they prefer to have more easy, maybe less context by having by swiping the card. So this is one of the example of the artificial intelligence, which is the machine and robotic is replacing the human's capability to do the work. If you ask me in the prospect of human resource, right? Yes, we need machine, we need some robotics, but not all job can replacing by them. Okay, we still need some EQ, emotional intelligence in here. We still need human being to do that job. Okay, and then the size of the market into what is the ringgit Malaysia value. Okay, uh, how much okay the market that equivalent to your business. You have to think about this, and then the customer profile of the relevant market segment. Certain when they are doing certain market research, right? The customer will maybe give their name, okay, maybe some. If not name, they must give like their gender, their age, their income, their phone number. So this is one of the customer prospect profile. Okay, and then the market size, the total potential purchase of the target market, okay, and should be translated into monetary value. Maybe you can refer to the business plan that I already uh, reviewed last okay in the last Monday class, and then they will be have like a growing, remain the same or shrinking. So market size, market share is a part of the market size, so they are subset. And market share is the comparative measurement to assess the performance against the competition. Okay, so how we want to assessing our competition, or in other way around towards competitors. So number one, to identify the competitors. Okay, assess their market position and strategies, for example, product quality, pricing, distribution, and promotion. So, how you want to do it? Okay, so number one, in terms of the quality itself, you have to make sure that the product quality is a very excellent. So, how you want to make sure that you have to compare with your competitors? Somehow, your competitors will become a benchmark for you. What's in benchmark? Meaning to say, if your quality is still low compared to your competitors, meaning to say your quality is so good, your product still cannot beat your competitors. How about the pricing? This one we can say in terms of the price war. Okay, why price war? Because we are talking about how you want to beat their price. You want to be lower as a lower compared to your customer, or maybe sorry, you want to lowering your price competitors, because it's not easy, because we are talking about lowering the price to the extent that you cannot actually breach into your optimum cost, because optimum cost is very important to make sure that you still get the profits. And then for distribution, where is the place you want to distribute your product or services, where is the services can be accessible. So distribution is very important, or in other way around, we cannot say it is, because nowadays we have online. Okay, and in terms of the promotion, how well the promotion can be done. So that's why you have to make sure that the promotion strategy can be a very relevant nowadays. As I mentioned just now, digital marketing. If you stay using pamphlet, banner, a leaflet, magazine, I cannot say that it's wrong to do that, but compared to the awareness and also they are accessible by the customer, digital marketing should be more effective compared to use this uh, what we call above line advertisement. Like I mentioned just now, banner, pamphlet, booklet. It's all somehow in other way around, they are still using cost. Okay, they are costly to print everything, uh, right now they are more on paperless. Okay, and in terms of the strengths and weaknesses, we are talking about how strong, okay, the product itself, okay, the services itself, and how weak it are. Okay, so that's why when you do this assessing and analysis of your competitors, you have to make sure their SWOT analysis. You have to make sure what is their strength, what is their weaknesses, what is their opportunities, and also threats. So from that, you can compare with your own products and also services. And how about duration in the market in terms of your tenure? Okay, berapa lama kepanjangan anda berada dalam market tersebut compared with your competitors? So of course you are still new, maybe it takes a month or maybe still in the quarter of the year, baru 4 bulan, let's say. So maybe you compare to your competitors, which is mostly they already maybe 10 years in the market, or maybe 5 years, or maybe they are 2 years before you are. So this is also to evaluate whether you are really um, consistent to do all these kind of what we call your competitors analyzing, okay, analysis. And the last one, we're talking about the customer itself. Okay, um, basically when we're talking about the customers, okay, who is the prospect customers? Okay, maybe we can see the customer, maybe students, okay, maybe parents, or maybe they have expatriate, or maybe the customer is come from factory line workers, okay, or maybe from the residents, or maybe the workers employees. So you have to specific enough who is your customer. You can do like what we call first class customer, middle class, or maybe lower class, but they are not more specific. Okay, but if you go like with their job holders status, for example, maybe high income earners, okay, like the parents with B40 and above, okay, we have BP. You can actually do some research on the range of the salary on that, okay. And forecasting sales, we have past performance, okay. What is the forecasting sales? Macam mana kita nak menjangkakan kita punya jualan? Okay, so in here, okay, in here, it based on your past performance, it based on your previous performance, or indicator if let's say not past performance, based on your competitors' performance. So from that, let's say you are still new, right? So you went, because if you say competitors sales, you cannot see and you cannot think how much they do their sales, right? Okay, maybe you can compare with your own, because maybe the quarter mine, maybe your sales might slow due to COVID-19, let's say. And then for the break even, to set the minimum, meaning to say, yeah, how much is at the break even cost, okay. So to make sure that you can actually operate at the very minimum price. If you offering below the minimum price, you will get lost on that. And in terms of the secure project, how well the projects that you are being handled. Okay, so that's why if let's say you get some public or government projects, okay, of course you have to bear certain sort of payment. Sometimes they have to wait for long time, okay, to make sure that they have some certain criteria, okay, um, ongoing process. We have to get some sign check from the who are the person in charge, okay, and ongoing contract. This is involving like private sector, okay, whether they still proceed with the project with you all, okay. And yeah, it's important because to make sure that the sales is online, on the track, not online, on the track. And the last one, anticipate or intended growth, meaning to say, slowly, okay, this company, okay, being approached or maybe being a part of a certain project, or slowly to grow, okay. Okay, and number 7, we're talking about developing the marketing strategy. So enable to enable the business to plan for its limited resources in order to achieve stated marketing objectives. So the key idea is to deliver the customer satisfaction yet provide business with a competitive advantage, of course. Alright, so we see what is the marketing strategy in here. So we have product strategy, we do have pricing strategy, place over distribution strategy, and also promotion strategy. Okay, so the product strategy is involving includes all the products, is a physical item that can be seen, owned, used, or consumed, and verify for the ideas and creations of the mind can also be regarded as the products. Okay, maybe the second statement you might be confused. So the ideas and creation example like this, fashion designer do some drafting, do some what we call sketch about maybe how to dress, how the uh, should do. Okay, like should be the idea is come from head, right? Okay, so the mind. So they transform it into sketching, and then that is a part of the products too, even though it's called ID. Okay, and the service is intangible, of course, and cannot be seen or owned, and but it's a very useful and can be experienced and able to satisfy customer need and want, of course. And the product strategy refers to the product or service or the combinations of both. If you ask me, madam, how about Grab services, Food Panda, bungkus it, what else? Macam-macam lah kan. Nowadays, the delivery services, all is that is called, we call as both combination between the product and also services. It's not only just service, it's product and services. Because of course the services is delivery services, food delivery services. The products is in terms of the item being used. Example, the software, right? Grab, Food Panda services, and then you did mechanism phone, internet to link it together, and then you need like motorcycle rider to connect it with it. So it's both. Okay, it's product plus service, so a combination. So this is the product strategy. We do have product attributes under quality and design. Yeah, to measure on the quality, the product attribute, of course people go with the product quality, product design, and of course like trade name, Prada, Gucci, lagi Vinci, okay. Brand name, sorry, what is the between difference between trade name and brand name? Trade name mostly physically goes to more on manufacturing. Okay, maybe like I can say like uh trade name like Mickey Mouse, Pixar, okay, Warner Bros. That is trade name. Brand name that I mentioned just now, okay, Prada, Gucci, Bijan, okay, those the brand name. Okay, you have a very prominent name. Okay, and then packaging, um, how the packaging localized. Okay, why chocolate have to be packaged in like using what we call uh, you know, chocolate mostly been packaging like using not aluminium foil, but they have to be uh, packaged in the kinds of that in order to ensure that um, they cannot, because the product is easily perishable, so that's why they have to make sure that in order to avoid perishable they have to put into a very cold temperature, and at the same time to be packaged in the kinds like um, apa dia punya pembungkusan tu like not aluminium foil, but something like that kind of materials, right? Okay, and then labeling to ensure that certain labeling like halal logo. Okay. I like to maybe share with you all. Maybe like basically we know, right? When Like Malaysia, we do have JAKIM. I also mentioned this one in my IB class. Like Malaysia, we have JAKIM, which is we have like halal logo here. Do you realize it? Okay, this is halal logo, right? So in overseas, I do not know. I believe that Indonesia also we do have the same thing also. Okay, we do have the same thing also. Like um, what we call like halal also, right? Maybe you wonder, maybe what you are doing, okay? Like in overseas, what they have is they have like here, I don't know whether you can see it, but this one we call as kosher, kosher, okay? You realize or not? Okay, so okay, kosher here. Okay, maybe I should yeah, here, okay, this is the logo of kosher. You just type KOSHER. Okay, so kosher basically been used in other overseas countries. Uh, it's like halal, okay, but it's mostly dominant among the Jewish, okay, because for them, in order to consume certain products, they have to be got this because in overseas it's very rare to find halal logo, so they come out with the kosher. Some say that Muslim we still can consume the product with the kosher tag, but if you still can get the halal products like halal logo, it's better to consume the halal products with the halal logo. Okay, but in other way around, it's still permissible to have this kosher, okay, kosher labeling. Okay, and then in terms of warranty, we're talking about how long that warranty been given and offered to you when you are doing certain of when you are purchasing certain product, how long they can give you warranty. So warranty is something like assurance, that when you consume these high-end products, you see, you've been protected. If let's say the product default or maybe the product have some maybe mini pini, something like small broken pieces, okay, default lah, default products. So uh, you have that assurance by claiming back your warranty, okay, and it's different from after sales service. Okay, after sales service meaning to say after you consume the certain products, okay, or services, they're still giving some services to you all. Okay, I give very simple example like um koi or cocoa water filter services. Okay, after you consume their products, services. Okay, after sales services. Okay, I think it's almost 1 hour. Okay, I will go back for the second part video lecture. Uh, Alright, thank you so much for listening. Inshallah, I will continue back. Okay, bye bye. Assalamualaikum.